I'm Danielle Hale, Chief Economist for Realtor.com, and here's what you need to know this week. First, the biggest number of the week is inflation. The Consumer Price Index showed that overall prices had an unexpected uptick from April to a new 40-year high. The biggest contributors were shelter, gasoline, and food. Core inflation, which excludes food and energy changes, actually subsided. Meanwhile, initial jobless claims ticked up to the highest reading since January, but they remain at a healthy level. With inflation continuing well above the Fed's target and the jobs market still going strong, the path is cleared for the Fed to raise short-term rates by another 50 basis points next week, as is widely expected. In housing, mortgage rates rebounded higher as investors braced for the latest inflation data and the Fed meeting next week. Mortgage rates have been a particularly persistent challenge for homebuyers this year, and, on top of higher home prices, have contributed to the 55% surge in today's mortgage payment versus last year's. Higher costs are weighing on homebuyers. Survey data show that the number saying it's a bad time to buy a home outnumbered those saying it's a good time by almost 5-1. Reflecting these attitudes, mortgage applications for home purchases fell from last week and last year. According to the same survey, the share of those saying it's a good time to sell outnumbered those saying it's a bad time by 4-1 in May. It's easy to see why it's a good time to sell. Our weekly data showed that home prices continued to rise. Importantly for buyers, sellers are starting to take action. Newly listed homes were higher than a year ago for the 9th week of the last 10, and overall inventories were up by 13% from a year ago. And finally, we saw data this week on household net worth in the first quarter. Rising prices have pushed the value of owner-occupied real estate to a new high, just shy of $40 trillion. Perhaps more importantly, equity in real estate is also at a new high, which implies good things for the resilience of homeowners. As the housing market adjusts, it's more important than ever to stay plugged into the data, whether you're a buyer, seller, or industry professional looking to give your clients the best guidance. You'll find these details along with our housing data for download at Realtor.com/research, and follow us on Twitter for real-time updates.